Feet blistered and scarred from countless confrontations on the battlefield. Towering stallions weighing in at well over 10,000 pounds. Their metal-mounted jockeys can do no less than push them to the limits of ingenuity and beyond. Testing the will of these iron horses may no longer be a rare occurrence. But no matter, saddled in the paddock, these steel steeds feel no pain. Nestled in the central foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains sit the Shenandoah County Fairgrounds in Woodstock, Virginia, where for the first time ever, the Fair Board has brought in the monsters to compete on the infield of the horse racing track in front of the main grandstand. Cool evening greets an overflow crowd here in the Shenandoah Valley. There you see J.R. Seasock, who's here to make up for a rough weekend during his competition debut. A weekend he promptly put behind him. We're about to get underway here. Ruhl will be driving the Iron Warrior tonight. The truck normally piloted by Cody, who you saw there in Overkill Evolution for this one weekend. One last show for the summer as this team will run on into the fall. We're going to catch up with them in Durham, Connecticut late this month. We're going to jump right into action. The safety clean black Stallion-Michael Vaters Sr. He's going to kick off the wheelie competition. 2 hits on the cars to determine a winner. This will set the stage for tonight's overall championship. Wheelies, racing, and of course freestyle. The driver with the best overall finish takes the title for the first time ever in Woodstock, Virginia. Nice vertical hit. He's knocked the bedside off the Maryland Ford, hanging by the tailgate. We'll bring it around for a second hit on this makeshift racetrack you see here. The retaining wall in front of the front stretch, rather on the back side of the front stretch, is not normally here. Fair Board Director Tom Eshelman spent the better part of a 10-hour day constructing this narrow raceway with a forklift and a few dozen jersey barriers. Did a nice job, Vaters, realigning now for his second hit. He's going to hit this front stretch group of cars. I guess it's still the infield group of cars. No dirt ramps. You can see the cars moving around a lot. That could cause problems as the night goes on. The track is going to change dramatically on every hit. Vaters lining up that second hit. You see the stands are absolutely packed here tonight. The fans definitely showed up for this one. Sets it up. And he's in trouble. Over on his side. Vaters has laid the Black Stallion Ford down on its side. Stood it up. It looked like the rear wheel dropped off the cars just a little bit. There you see Drew Epler and Roger Moore making sure the Mike's all right. Epler headed back to get the forklift. There you see the end zone shot. Vaters landed off the cars, it looked like. Can't quite tell. There's a Derby car. The second car in that lineup is one of the demolition Derby cars. It has no trunk on it, and it looks like that's right where the rear wheel landed. Mike is all right. He's out of the truck. They're going to flip it back over. And the fans go absolutely wild. They loved it. What a start to this show here in Woodstock, Virginia. The fans on their feet early tonight. If that move was any indication as to what, we'll look at this one more look at it. And yeah, you see it right there. The rear tire dropped right into that Derby car. We got plenty more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on Monster Power. Back in Woodstock, Virginia, as the sun sets on the mountaintop, the fans already treated to a wild ride, courtesy of Michael Vaters, who's Black Stallion Ford is being towed back to the pits. He folded up a lower front 4-link bar. Work will begin immediately. Here comes Brooke Ruhl out of Richmond, Virginia, driving the Iron Warrior. Not quite getting the lift I think she was hoping for, but that's going to come with time. Not a lot of seat time for Brooke Ruhl, though she's not new to monster truck racing. This is only his second or third competition run. She's driven the higher education bus. Tonight, driving the Matt Cody prepared Iron Warrior. Little bit of trouble in the pit area for this truck earlier on. It wasn't quite idling right. Kept wanting to shut off. Matt went back through it. Now it's running real crisp. Sets up for his second hit. Nicely done. Probably not going to be enough to rival what Michael Vaters did earlier, but certainly a run to be proud of. Take another look at that one.
Great job on this Brooke
You see, stands it up beautifully, sticks the landing. Take a look at it from the grandstand side. And that's a tough thing to do early on in your career. Finding that sweet spot where the front end really wants to stand up, it comes with time. She's getting that time in tonight. Speaking of seat time, here comes J.R. Seasock out of Frackville, Pennsylvania, driving the higher education monster bus. This truck sounds so much better than the last time we saw it. JR still getting his time in the seat, learning what the equipment likes and what it doesn't. Now lining up his first hit in the wheelie competition. Good lift, but not quite the air I think he wanted. A bit of dirt tracking there. Maybe trying to pick up some bonus points with the fans. It's always good to get right to it, though. Don't leave a lot of downtime. He lines up his second hit. JR wants to do good with the cameras here. And a big leap. Didn't get much of a wheel stand out of it. Lands hard, and the truck shut down again. Boy, that's getting to be a familiar sound. Hopefully that doesn't spell trouble for him later as he leaps into the sunset sky. You hear him refire it there in the background as you look at the replay. Here it is from the muddy cam. Landed hard. Have to wonder if that's what caused the truck to shut off. Man, he had to take a lick in the cockpit. Here comes Matt Cody and Overkill Evolution. First hit on the cars. I think that stack is going away really quickly in that lane. That'll make it good for racing, but really hurting these guys in the wheelie competition. Mike Vaters probably got the best out of it of anyone, and that's the lane he didn't roll on. This truck normally piloted by Mike Vaters out of Williamsport, now being piloted by Matt Cody, also out of Williamsport. Mikey away on family business. Matt Cody filling in. That's why Brooke Ruhl is in the Iron Warrior tonight. That's usually Matt's chassis. Second hit. Beautiful vertical leap, bouncing off to the side, heading for the barriers, and that'll shut him down. That might be enough, though, to take the #1 spot from Mike Vaters, and Matt would love to do that. Taking another look at it, and you see this nice vertical hit, a wild sideways landing hard on the right-hand side of the truck. Here's the first hit. He landed again hard on the right side there, too. They're all trying to cheat to the middle to avoid those concrete barriers, and that might be causing some of the problems as we wait on the results of the wheelie contest. There you see it right there. Matt Cody taking the early lead for this weekend. We will also crown a first, second, and third in racing, as well as a first in freestyle. Matt would love to sweep this weekend, and he's starting in a good spot, taking the wheelie contest win as he heads back to the pits.
Let's get Matt out here for just a second, get a quick interview.
Brooke Ruhl now back on the line in the Iron Warrior, going to line up her qualifying run. Brooke out of Richmond, Virginia, running for this team out of Hagerstown, Maryland. And we mentioned before, not new to the sport, but not a lot of seat time. Now these car stacks here on the starting line have yet to be hit.
Up to the starting line.
Unlike the car stacks down toward the finish line, it's going to be interesting to see how they react to being run over. Off the line, a little hesitant, and she's caught up on that Impala. The whole stack moved underneath of her as he heads down toward the finish line, not getting the run she wanted. Really rough landing in the shutdown area at an 11.51 to set the pace. I don't think that's going to hold. We'll have to see, though, as the track starts to go away. Still one stack left that hasn't been hit. Not over yet. More qualifying to go when Monster Power returns. Stay with it. Qualifying round action continues in Woodstock, Virginia. Back on Monster Power, J.R. Seasock out now trying to knock down that 11.51 posted by Ruhl. Brooke with a lot of trouble in the first set of cars. J.R. will now try to knock her time down in the only lane with a fresh stack of cars left. He's away. And a lot of movement out of that first stack. He heads to the second set. And a huge leap across the finish line. A hard landing on the left side and a 7.32. That will indeed take the top spot. But all that movement right there could hurt him when Matt Cody comes out to make his run in Overkill Evolution. There you see the big launch at the end again and that hard landing on the left side. Hopefully it didn't damage anything. Still no status, by the way, on Michael Vaters' Black Stallion after that rollover. As we said, he folded up a left front four-link, or excuse me, a right front four-link bar. Hopefully he'll be able to make it out for racing. He's not going to make the qualifying round, though, so he'll not get a racing run down this track before round one. That's all we know right now. That Cody now will try to beat the time laid down by Seasock. Cars quite a bit more smashed up. You see they moved as soon as he touched them there. Those cars not quite cooperating with the guys here tonight. Like I said, though, a bit more smashed down, which should give him an automatic advantage. These tracks change every run, especially without dirt ramps. Cody away. Very aggressive and a very good run over the first set of cars. Over the final jump, a big leap, and he will indeed take the top spot at 6.86 to knock out the 7.32 laid down by Seasock. That will give him lane choice in his first round matchup. Get another look at the run that Cody put down. There you see what quick work he made of that first set of cars. Got a little out of shape in no man's land, but a nice straight launch over the finish line to take that top spot. We will see how the bracket shakes out. Here's the qualifying order. That's 6.86 to take top spot to J.R. Seasock 7.32. That will match those two up in round number one. We'll see what our bracket looks like right here. And you see Higher Education against Overkill Evolution. Now here's the interesting thing. Ruhl cannot get Iron Warrior started. Black Stallion, however, Michael Vaters has gotten that truck running clean. He will be out. He may have a bye run in round number one. There you see Matt Cody coming into stage as he lines himself up with that first set of cars. It's now smashed down. That was the bad lane. That's now the good lane. The bad lane, he stuck J.R. Seasock there, so Seasock's going to have to fight if he wants to get past round number one. Cody, though, not going to have an easy go of it. Seasock's not going to lay down for him, that's for sure. See Roger Moore staging Seasock now. Cody on the grandstand side. I asked Matt Cody earlier if there were any adjustments he had to make to drive this truck as opposed to the Iron Warrior. He said simply, I drove it one other time. It didn't like me then. We'll see if it likes me now. He's already won the wheelie competition, going for the top spot in racing, so it better like him, and he's away first. Seasock with trouble on the first set. He's all out of shape. Matt Cody will leap across the finish line first to take the victory. Seasock had to back out of the throttle to avoid going into Cody's lane there. Cody brings it back around, taking to the pits to get ready for the final round. Cody, again, no real problem with that first set. You can see how out of shape J.R. Seasock was, and very wisely backed out of the throttle right there to avoid going across the track. Well, look at the rear end whip around on him. Heads up driving for J.R. Seasock. Here comes Michael Vaters getting prepped for his bye run indeed. Brooke Ruhl did not get the truck started for round number 1. Roger Moore staging Vaters for this lone run. Still has to put down a legal run to make it to the finals. He's in that bad lane. That lane is still throwing him all around. Cars didn't move quite as much. He'll go on to the final round. We're waiting to see if Brooke Ruhl can now make it out for the consolation race. And she indeed does, as she noses out in front of our camera. So she'll take on J.R. Seasock, who, by the way, stuck her in the bad lane. Seasock trying to ensure himself a third place finish in this racing bracket to try to finish as high as he can for the weekend overall. Coming into stage, these two have the least seat time of the 4 drivers here. Brooke, though, another one more aggressive than we thought she'd be. Not going to lay down for Seasock. Seasock out first. A little hesitation there. I don't know what that was. And Brooke Ruhl struggling with that stack to his leg stop moving. A big launch over the final set of cars. Seasock will take 3rd place and roll up on 2 wheels at the end of the track. Another look at it. Seasock away very quickly. Stayed pretty straight that time in the left-hand lane. Brooke Ruhl hard landing there after the cars. That lane is throwing everybody curveballs. One more look from the grandstand side. Boy, you see, look at that right there, how far over she was. Probably wouldn't have rolled it, but again, did a great job to drive out of that. And it's a really good thing that Seasock got out on her, because watch this, she ends up in his lane. That sets up our final round matchup between Overkill Evolution, Matt Cody, and Michael Vaters in the Safety Clean Black Stallion. Don't you dare go away. Final round racing and freestyle coming up next. Stay with us.
Taking on Matt Cody and the Overkill Evolution.
Time for the final round in Woodstock, Virginia. Vaters in the grandstand lane. Cody in the infield lane. Mustang with the better lane. Cody rough ride on the inside lane. That's caused all the problems. And Mike Vaters in the Black Stallion Ford will hang on to take the win. Not one win out of the infield lane with a shifting first jump. It just never came around. And the truck that did not post a qualification run will take the racing victory and close in on Matt Cody's back door for the overall. Mike Vaters coming around the front stretch, taking a big parade lap. Matt Cody heads back to the pits to prepare for freestyle. Already been a pretty wild night. We'll take another look at it. You see a fairly even start, a little bit of an edge to Vaters, but he's in the better lane. He can keep it low. Cody to try to beat that first stack really and to air it out. So we got this wild sideways jump on the finish line. Here's another look at that. You can see he was actually a little bit out of shape coming over. Drifted toward the center there at the end. Mike Vaters celebrating with his fans. We get ready to go freestyling, and we'll take a look at our leaderboard. There you see it. Matt Cody retains the lead, though, with a second in racing and a first in wheelies. That will keep him in the #1 spot, but if Michael Vaters beats him in freestyle, he will take the overall weekend victory. Matt Cody going to work hard to hang on to this one. JR Seasock put a few points up on the board as well, taking a third in racing. Not a bad night for that young man either. We'll see him in a little bit. Here comes Brooke Ruhl laying down the first freestyle of the night in Iron Warrior. Definitely not afraid to get after it. She heads down to the end zone, the finish line end of the track, around the bandstand. As we said before, this is only her second or maybe third full competition run in a monster truck. She's driven the bus before. Now in the Iron Warrior. Now you notice she didn't jump over anything on the way back up. They've actually been asked not to jump going that way. Toward the grandstand side of the group, and they're actually spillover seats back. Big air on that jump. Nicely done. She is not afraid to get after that throttle. Brings it back down. She may need to attack that bandstand on the way back, though. There's not a whole lot to hit on this end of the track, and Lego is saying they've been asked not to jump toward the spillover seats up there for safety reasons. You can see just off to her right as she circled around me, you see those spillover seats in front of the beer tent. So she's headed for this van stack, though. She's going to line it up. Fair enough, too. This is, again, an early run in her career. You want to make sure you don't tear up the equipment too bad, and it's very nice effort. This slams down hard on the nose. It looks like she may have lost rear-wheel drive. Not sure. We'll have to check on that when she gets back. Not a bad run for her as Mike Vaters heads to the track, and the safety clean Black Stallion, or what's left of it, took a racing win. No qualifying run because he flipped the truck during the wheelie competition, broke a lower front four-link bar. We'll have to see how after he gets here on this run. We don't know really what exactly could still be wrong with the truck. It's always a little bit tough on an engine when you flip it over. The oil and fluid draining your top of the motor can cause problems, but he does attack both van stacks to start off and gets a nice bit of air there. A little bit of a sideways hit on the cars, going after some more air from our muddy can. Keeping the momentum up. Doing a nice job there on the finish line end zone. Looks like he's going after the bandstand. Nice air there. Hard landings, though. It looks like that red van on the finish line ends up maybe tripping him up a little bit, getting a little more air. Up on two wheel. Again, we talked about those spillover seats. You can take a little bit easier than I think they would like to on that side. Bypass the bandstand there. Let's see what he does. He's doing a nice job, but I have a feeling there may be a few mechanical problems with the truck he's trying to avoid exacerbating. Nice air shot there in front of the grandstands. Another one nicely done over the small set of cars that was on the starting line. Heads back around. And that is going to be about it. Nice run, though, to take the lead. Now let's see what JR Seasock has. Comes right up, goes after it. You see, he's getting after it real quick. He's not wasting any time. Coming right past the camera with some nice momentum over the racing lane. Now headed back around. We'll see if he attacks this bandstand as he moves in on the starting line end zone. Beautiful hang time on that one. Got up nice and high. Heads back to the racing lane. And again, he's getting some nice air. He's definitely rivaling what the boss just laid down. He's going after the other van stack. Maybe not bypassed it right there. I think he may have a steering problem. We'll have to wait and see how that materializes as the run goes on, but it looks like he's got a steering problem. Bringing it back around. He's going awfully wide here. He has lost rear steering. He has absolutely lost rear steering. This is going to handicap him. Not letting it stop him, though. Getting some nice air over the van stacks. Again on the racing lane. He has gotten probably the best air so far. Trying to keep Matt Cody off of his back door. He'd love to play spoiler here for Michael Vaters. I know that. See what he's got. Dirt tracking a little bit. Now he's going into a donut with no rear steering. Very impressive. Heading back at speed. Brake rotors glowing and all. Park it there. We'll wait for the ovation. Revving it up. A little smoke out of the... looks like it's off the brake rotor. Here comes Matt Cody. He's not wasting time, coming right in the lane with huge air.
Well, that's announcement.
Boy, he came out hard. He knows he's going to have to go after JR to get this win. JR put down a beautiful run, even with the ill-handling truck. Big leap over that set. Hard landing on the front end. Truck's been nosing over all night. Right there, he's got to be careful. They will shut him down if he gets too wild over in that section there. Big air over the van stack on the starting line end. Now attacking the racing lanes aggressively. See what he lays down. Nice donut on the finish line end of the track. From the grandstand side, you saw that. One more leap of the van stack. Oh, another hard landing, and it looks like he may have some problems with the front differential. It may be bowing a little bit. You saw the sparks out of the front housing there. Could be a problem with the ring and pinion. Could just be the brake rotor knocking up against the back. Oh, and they've shut him down. Started to go into a donut there, and that's what we were saying. They will shut you down if they feel that you're getting a little bit out of sorts in that starting line end. But that's going to wrap it up for him. We'll wait and see. He had to go after JR really hard to get that win. Let's see if he did indeed do it.
Matt Cody, come on down. Let's get an interview, buddy.
We know he's got the overall weekend win. Did he take the freestyle? Yeah, he did. Congratulations to Matt Cody, first in wheelies, second in racing. JR Seasock, by the way, laid down an incredible ride. Matt, though, wrapped it up with that win in freestyle. Here he is trackside.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's always fun driving Overkill, world champion truck. So, you know, and I'm used to driving Iron Warrior, Black Stallion. It's a whole different upgrade. And as you can tell by the footage, you can tell my different driving style in that thing.
Congratulations to Matt Cody driving Overkill Evolution. That wraps it up for another edition of Monster Power. We'll see you next time.